Hi, my name is Brooke. Welcome back to my channel. This is String Theory. I'm super excited about this video I'm making today. I'm going to be going over 26 crochet or knit projects that I want to make in 2025. I know 26 projects is a lot to take on in a year, but I don't think I'm going to get through all of them. It's just 26 ideas that have caught my eye that going into 2026, I would love to make. Before we get into them, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this video, and make sure you comment and let me know which project you are interested in making in 2026. Without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm going to be starting with knit projects because I am very new to knitting, and I know that I won't be able to get much done this year. So I only have 6 ideas for knit projects that I want to get finished in the 2026 year. The first project that I want to knit in 2026 is the cloud sweater. I know that there is some mixed opinions on petite knit in general and the cloud sweater and its pattern, but I think it's so cute. I love the shape of it. I like the rolled collar and the rolled hem, and I feel like it's a fairly beginner project. I feel like if I were to make a sweater, this is one of the first ones that I could actually make. Another petite knit pattern that I want to make, which I already bought the pattern for because I was so excited about it, is the Valerie blouse. I love the diagonal buttons, and I think that you could either do the same buttons or do different colored buttons if you want that to be the standout part of the blouse. But it's just such a beautiful construction. I don't think it'll be easy, but I think that will push my knitting abilities and really help me learn new things. This third idea isn't necessarily a project, but it is a detail that I definitely want to incorporate into a knit project in 2026, and that is a pretty variegated yarn. I know that there are a lot of variegated yarns that you can get for cheaper, and then there's a lot of expensive options, but especially the Ling Cloud yarn has just caught my eye, and I haven't been able to forget about it. So I would love to either use the Ling Cloud yarn or any of the other yarns that you saw in the pictures, because they are just so beautiful. And even with the most simple construction of a sweater or of a scarf or of mittens or whatever you're making with the variegated yarn, it makes it so much more special. I've also been seeing a ton of pictures on Pinterest of colorful striped cardigans like these ones. They are just so cute and fun, and I would just love to have one in my closet. The pictures shown have different types of necklines. I'm kind of leaning towards the round collar, just having a very simple construction and letting the colors do the talking. The next project that I want to take on in 2026 is color work in knit. Now, color work is very intimidating to me as a beginner knitter. It looks very difficult, but it's so pretty. And there are so many different patterns and ideas of different types of color work that you can find. I think it's such a flex to be able to show a sweater like that and say, yeah, I made this. My last knit project that I have planned for 2026 is the crooked cardi or the crooked vest. I think I'm leaning more towards the crooked vest because I have other sweaters and long sleeves in mind for 2026. And it is just so interesting and cool. It is very different and unique. And I love the little clasps that people are using on the crooked cardi. They're just so like intricate and beautiful. I think it's a little optimistic of me to think that I'll be able to get all of these knit projects done, but a girl can dream, right? Now that we've gone over some knit projects that I have planned for 2026, I want to get into the crochet projects that I want to make in 2026. I have 20 projects that I have lined up for myself, and very optimistic thinking that I'll be able to get all of these done in the 2026 year. But this will at least serve as a guide for me for when I'm either not feeling super creative or I'm looking for a new project to start. I'll have all these ideas to choose from. First crochet project that I wanted to talk about is the flower granny square bag. There are a lot of different variations of this, but these specific ones are the ones that I'm most interested in and that caught my eye, especially the brown and white one. I think it's like the most perfect purse shape, and the colors are super cute too. I've never done those hexagons before, and I think that that would be another way to push myself and learn new crochet skills, which I love learning new things. That's kind of the whole reason that I started crocheting and knitting in the first place. I love teaching myself something new. I've also had a lot of granny square vests pop up on my Pinterest and on my For You page, and I just can't get them out of my head. I think they're so cute. I feel like they would be pretty easy to do. The pink and the green one are both like bigger granny squares, whereas the red vest that I have there is smaller, more detailed granny squares. And I think it's with it's definitely with a smaller yarn. So that would be a longer project to finish. But I think both of those ideas for granny square vests are pretty in their own ways. And I'd even be interested in making both of them in the 2026 year. I'd also like to make a raglan top, not a raglan sweater because I'm working on one of those right now, but a raglan short sleeve top. I think that the shape is a shape that I usually gravitate towards when I'm buying new clothing. So if I were to make one for myself, I think I'd actually get lots of wear out of it. I'd probably go for one of the more open stitch type of raglan tops where you wear a tank top under. I think that they're super cute and interesting. And combining lots of different colors is also something that I would like to do if I were to make one of these raglan tops. I'd probably follow the funky top down cardi YouTube tutorial. The picture is right here. I don't know if it's just the yarn color that is speaking to me, but also just the construction of it, I think is really pretty, and I think it would suit my body type really well. This next project would vary a lot in how long it would take me to complete, depending on which type of project I choose. But I really want to make a detailed blanket, either a chunky knit blanket or like a normal sized yarn weight. I think both of them are pretty in their own ways. And again, I'd be open to trying to make both of them in 2026. But if I were to create just one, I'd probably want to make the regular size yarn, like either a worsted weight or a medium weight yarn, because I just think that there's something so impressive about a regular weight yarn blanket. Something I would like to try in 2026 is filet crochet. I've never done filet crochet before, but it's just so exquisite is like the best word that I can use to describe how I feel about filet crochet. And again, it would be teaching myself a new crochet skill that I can apply in different places. If you've seen my other videos, I have started getting into amigurumi as well. I'm not good at it, and I think I got the wrong yarn to actually make good amigurumi, but something I want to do in 2026 is make big amigurumi. I want to make one big detailed plushie that is, I'd say probably like a couple feet tall. The Totoro one that you see in the picture, I wouldn't want to make the huge one, but the one that she's holding. So just a really cute big plushie is something that I want to make in 2026. I also want to crochet myself a chunky sweater in 2026. I'm currently making a raglan sweater with, I think, size 4 yarn. It's the Karen, I think it's a latte cake. I'll insert a picture right here of what I have going so far. But I want to make a probably bulky size yarn sweater. These three are super cute, and I'd be up to try any of these. I just like the look of them, and I think that they are different from what you see at the store. I think I'm most gravitating towards the green one though. In 2026, I would love to make myself a beret. I look so bad in beanies, and it's not even just me thinking that. Other people have told me that beanies just don't look right on me, which is fine. I've had the white beret on my Pinterest board for a long time. The other two are newer to my Pinterest board, but I love the look of them too. I don't think it would be very hard to make a beret, and I don't think it would take me very long. So maybe this is going to be one of my first projects for 2026. Another new crochet skill I'd like to teach myself in 2026 is tapestry. I feel like once you learn how to do tapestry crochet, your opportunities are endless for what you can add to just regular garments or other crochet pieces. Kind of the same as filet crochet. I think the first thing that I would want to make is just a one tapestry that I can hang up in my kitchen or in my living room. I think that the apple and pear tapestry would be super cute in a kitchen. It doesn't look too difficult. If I want to go the simpler route, I would probably do the bunny at the bottom. But that is definitely something that I want to figure out and learn before 2026 is over. Ah, crap, my computer just died. Another crochet project that I want to make in 2026 is an open stitch dress where you're wearing it over all of your clothes and you have like a t-shirt and jeans underneath or something like that. I think it's interesting, it's cute, it's super stylish, and not a lot of people are wearing stuff like that, and it's especially cool if I can say that I made it myself. I know this sounds like I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but I also want to make a tree skirt in 2026 to have by Christmas. I think it gives such a homey, cozy look to your Christmas tree. And that's always the look I'm going for during Christmas time. So I think that it would be a super cute addition to my Christmas decor. If you've never seen the BB Bella Larica Matoshi bags, I think is what they're called. That's at least the two people that collab to make these bags. They are the cutest thing on the planet. I especially love the ladybug one, but all of the different styles are super cute, super unique, and I feel like I could figure out how to make it if I take the time to sit down and, put my mind to it. So I would love to try to attempt to make a bag similar to these in 2026. I also love the look of crochet flowers. I am so impressed by people that can make crochet flowers, and I think it would be a really cool skill to have to make gifts for other people. A bouquet of flowers that will never die would be something really cool to gift to my mom or other people that I care about. I don't know if you can tell by the projects that I've shown so far, but I'm starting this year especially to get into crocheting and knitting garments. And so the next one that I want to make in 2026 is the crocheted sheared top. I saved this video in YouTube a long time ago, and I knew that that was something that I wanted to make at some point in the future. And I definitely want 2026 to be the year that I make it. I also want to try out crocheting with hardware or crocheting around boxes or trays or things like that, kind of incorporating your crochet into something else to make it more functional. I've seen those like kind of coin purse clasps a lot. People gifted a lot of those types of pouches for Christmas this year. But I also just want to learn how to add a zipper to something. I haven't figured that out yet, or at least I haven't even tried to put a zipper onto a pouch yet. But I want to learn how to do that. That could also translate into creating a sweater with a zipper. But also, I think that that cake box is such a cute idea. And I had never thought of it before. I know I've seen the tissue box covers that look like cakes, which are super cute, but I could just do a normal box or, thing for trinkets and make it look like a cake. So cute. In that same vein, I want to make some home decor out of crochet this year. I see these pillows in my dreams. I've been wanting to make one of these forever. I just haven't gotten around to it. But also using the filet crochet that I'm thinking of doing, or making a floor mat like the one that you see here. They're functional things that I can use around the house. And I think that that's so fun and so cool. But the first home decor I'd want to make is definitely that flower pillow. What do you know? Another top that I want to crochet this year. But the next project that I want to show you guys is the off the shoulder top. There's so many different types of off the shoulder crochet patterns. And I think that the construction of the top is just simple in a way. Usually you're not doing a lot of shaping around the neck when it's off the shoulder because it's very straight across. And it doesn't seem too difficult. I almost feel like I could make this without a pattern, just going off of vibes, which I tend to like to do when I'm making crochet stuff. I hate following patterns. But yeah, like the one at the top, it looks like, rectangle front and back, and that's an off the shoulder top. So easy. I mean, I say that now, but we'll see if when I actually make it, I'm still saying how easy it is. I also would love to make a unique bag this year. The maroon rose bag has been on my Pinterest board for a long time. I think it's so beautiful and different from a lot of the other bags that you see on Pinterest or on social media. And I never knew that the scrunchie bag had a crochet pattern. I thought that it was only knit, and as you know, I'm a beginner knitter, so I didn't think that I'd be able to make that anytime soon. Oh my gosh, look at this. She's too much. But yeah, there's a crochet pattern for the scrunchie bag. I'm sure you've seen it on social media before. So I want to make that in 2026. And then the green one, I really like the texture of it. It's different. The hardware is a nice addition as well. It kind of breaks up the texture of the yarn. It is something that could serve as a statement piece in an outfit, and it would definitely get people's attention. Last but certainly not least, in 2026, I want to find a way to incorporate sequins into a project. Sequins are so fun, glittery, girly, and I love everything girly. So, sequins have definitely caught my eye this year, and it's something that I would love to create with. All right, those were my 26 ideas for 2026. If you stuck around this long, thank you so much for being here, and leave a white heart in the comments so I know you stayed for the whole video. I think 2026 is really going to be my year for creating, but also just making a space where we can all craft together and enjoy this hobby, because crochet and knit are really such beautiful hobbies that require a lot of patience, a lot of creativity, and we should be proud of ourselves to be able to make things with our hands that we enjoy. And I think that you should be proud of yourself if you crochet or if you knit or if you do anything crafty. Make sure you like and subscribe, and happy 2026. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time.